all the hidden stuff that you can never see, it's in another folder, and we are now live.
Sorry, it's in another castle.
Sorry, Mario, your princess isn't in this castle.
Yeah.
Alright. When
you're playing like some space game, and it's like, your princess is found in Quadrant Zeta 12. You will find your princess closer to Quadrant Zeta 12. Please head there immediately.
Jesus
really
Christ.
tempted to do that for like a Starfinder game now.
Ironically, I think that's what my mate did during doing one of their games of Starfinder. Because okay, I need a good like way to kick things off, and I'm like, why don't you just do like saving the princess thing? It's like, it's more of a fantasy thing, and I'm like, dude, in space, mate.
Mate.
And then I think we were joking about. I think I joked about with like doing it over like a tannoy system like that, where you have a robotic response, and he's like, I want it.
The best bit we had in our Pathfinder campaign, we were doing like the actual adventure path, and we'd gone to an asteroid where spoiler alert, you have your ship taken away, but there was a ship on the asteroid to get you out again. And as we stole it, my android just sat there in the gunner's seat and went, good chair, good chair. Hey guys, how's that alien outside? Still giving you bother? Yeah? Cool, okay. This Afghan should do it. Blam! Yeah, that did it.
Wow.
That worked.
Well.
This is making my life a heck of a lot easier with adding these spells on.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
It's handy now that I know it exists.
Yay.
Yes.
Right, spells. Can I?
I think I only have. No one knew anyway. Then it's my new level 1 spell.
I'm intrigued.
I have gone with ceremony.
Ah. Because you see, since you have a level in cleric. Hi, Christy.
No.
Like, since you have a level in cleric, you can technically perform like wedding ceremonies, funerals, and baptisms and religious ceremonies.
Yeah, and I read what it can do, and I'm like, you know what? I'll take this.
Does it include removing cats from laps?
I mean, up to the GM's discretion, I'm sure.
Yeah.
If it's a demon cat, you can perform an exorcism.
Daisy isn't a demon. She's just fast asleep. She's
Fair
sat
enough.
up at that. I'm sorry.
Fast asleep
That's
demon
sorry.
cat!
She's sat up looking around really confused.
Hello.
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 Is this a good microphone solution for me?
This is a very good microphone solution for you.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
You sound like you're right
That's
next to me,
Tom.
and it's rather creepy because there is no one in the house.
Hello, Brian.
Yeah.
Plot twist. Yeah, plot twist. Tom is actually next to Brian in his house at this moment in time.
Yes. And
That's
They-
the reason for the new setup, and why I'm further back against the wall than normal.
Your hair smells so nice, Brian. You using any conditioner?
Oh.
No, Sal, it's the same link shell gel I always use.
Mm.
Oh god damn it.
It's totally not creepy.
Spoiler
No.
alert, Tom's actually told me he's going to retire Dario and have roll a warlock. It's going to be the creepiest warlock ever.
It's gonna be
Yeah,
that warlock
is.
who's like, do I touch kids? Mm.
Oh no.
No. It's
No.
salad fingers.
Oh, salad. Oh god, that's just
Oh god damn.
Jesus. No. No, Brian. Or Tom. Or Dom. Or whoever. Just no.
I like rusty spoons.
No! No! No rusty spoons.
I'm so sorry, but I'm laughing so much right now. Even though Salad Fingers is really creepy.
Yeah, this is true.
It's more like a 90s cartoon.
Yeah.
No, it's early 2000s, not 90s. Internet in the 90s? Oh.
Wait, what? I mean,
I'm living well in the
technically,
future.
I mean,
I'll
I
be
guess
right
it
back. I'm just
was.
gonna grab my phone from the other end of the room.
Oh god. Yeah. Okay, let's see.
And then slap the contents in there. Done.
And I just realised what's causing all the noise in my room earlier.
Oh.
Tom?
All the new follows I've been doing on Twitch lately. It's just been like, and we'll play an audio noise for all of them.
Oh.
I'm just expecting like something out of SpongeBob where it's like, but who's still turning the lights on and off? Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Oh.
God damn it, man! We have to pay the electricity bill around here.
Like, if you think about it, it's like who's turning lights on and off? Then Nosferatu appears. Sorry.
Yeah.
This is why we can't have nice things.
Oh. Good
And
times.
hopefully, the D&D Beyond thing is working.
Sweet.
And it is. It looks amazing. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh, that reminds me, with the Cure Wounds things, I can actually add +2 because of my cleric background.
Yeah.
Yay!
Cleric of life.
Cleric of life.
Because anything that heals people gets an extra plus for twosies.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we found our last campaign, it gets really good at later levels.
Yeah,
Really?
good times. just reminiscing about my basket case cleric. I mean, she wasn't really a basket case as such, but
Yes, and maybe God of Soda. I have no idea how to check who's actually following me or not on Twitch. They changed so much.
ah,
There were things in menus. I'm but an old man, and technology scares me.
aw, poor Brian.
Yeah. Technological advances don't stop even though people get older.
I actually had this discussion with my sister the other day, because my niece has finally worked out how to unlock phones. Thankfully,
Oh,
hasn't figured out how to unlock mine, but she can unlock her mum and dad's. And she
Oh.
was saying how quickly she's picked up on technology, what have you. And I was sorting out stuff in the loft, and I had the NES down, the Sega, the PlayStation, everything else. And it's just like, these consoles have been from when we were wee kids to now. That's a huge leap.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
nice.
It's only really been, they said a little while back, it's only been since 2006 that technology has been rapidly
Pretty much,
changing.
yeah. Yeah. 2006,
Or
2007.
launch, like the original iPod, and that was like the start of.
Yeah, exactly.
Because I noticed that with diabetic stuff and that, when I first became diabetic and that was like a lot of new revolutionary pens and stuff. Years. And now it's been sort of later, and we've only just like upped technology for it. Every so many years. Yeah, guys. You jumped off. See you later. She's a fluffy cat.
I need to get a cat or a pug or something.
I would like to get a dog, but my lifestyle is way too moving to have a pet.
Good old Skyrim soundtrack. Always comes in handy. Needs sucking up. Although, speaking of Skyrim and Elder Scrolls, the map's up. It's wonderful. And soon it will have a friend. It's currently on the other wall, but will be updated.
Nice.
And it'll be much better than me scribbling all over an A1 sheet of paper.
Ah, sweet.
Which is the new software I was playing around with today. Look amazing when it's done. Okay. I think we're all good to go. Unless people need a hand sorting some bits out.
I'm good. I'm just filling in the odd spells. Still doing it.
That's fine, because
Maybe by the end of this session, I will actually be able to play.
you'll be fine. Just don't use the spells that haven't got complete yet.
Yeah, I'll be fine.
Yeah.
So I'm going to assume Polymorph isn't in there yet, and Fireball.
I've got I'm only on my level 2 spells.
Oh, perfect, right. Horde of squishy dudes. Okay, get appropriate music going. Do the usual social media bits, which I always forget to do.
Okay, my level 2's down.
Which is ironic, because a friend of mine actually offered me a social media job the other day, and I had to turn it down.
What was it for?
Not MasterCard, but like a subsidiary of MasterCard. They got an office here in Dunstable, so it's a case of, oh, technically I could go to that office and be work from home, and it's basically just keeping their social media up to date.
Fair enough.
But I had to turn it down because it would have meant like no time to do anything. Realistically speaking.
Fair enough.
Right.
And then that one.
Mouse tweak. Cool. Indeed, we are all in Discord, and we use roleplay to play the game. I need to sort out the Discord really, because it's in Discord terms like a really drafty garden shed.
Oh. Well.
I like comparing it to other Discords that I'm in.
Fair.
Others are nice. They welcome people in and everything else. This is kind of like our private get together Discord.
Hmm.
So it's like the drafty garden shed.
No.
So come warm your feet by the hearth. Alright. So if everybody is done ready,
I is ready.
Yep,
Uh,
I'm
yeah.
just sat here waiting.
okay then.
Pretty much good.
So without any further ado and no delays, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes here on Tales of Gaming Addiction, where we sit around and play D&D and generally have a good time. A quick recap for you all, and also for Zyron Vox, as he wasn't here last week, and to get everybody caught up. Our wonderful party, who had called themselves the Burning Soul, had been venturing around the human-free cities on our little world map here, initially starting in Embermine, doing a couple of jobs, having to go to Ruthin to try and gain aid in a civil war with the city of Valencia, which had done this militaristic expansion in recent weeks. And during the course of that war, you guys had got dwarves on your side, fought a red dragon, and managed to lose a friend in Nilborn Anvil who abandoned the party. But you gained a new ally in Yoko Chin, a former member of the Valencian mercenary group. I think it's the right term. I might be wrong.
I mean, I think that's a little inaccurate, but I mean, we could go along with it for the time being.
Yeah.
Yeah, we could go along with it. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, let's go along with it for the time being.
Who's going along with what? I had to leave for a second.
Yoko's relation to Valencia.
Alright.
I got it in my notes written down as former mercenary, but I might have been thinking something else as we were talking about it and written that down without realising. But anyway, you guys had then snuck into Valencia, managed to get a resistance group on your side, and as the push came onto Valencia, you guys pushed the mayor's house, found out that he had got a bit power crazed after receiving a chest of some description, fought him to break the armor and freed him, went back into into one of the treasure rooms, found the chest in question, thought it better to leave it, with Betoit shooting it at the last second with an arrow, which cracked it open just a tiny bit, and just enough to let what was inside out. And then you left there, sort of regrouped with yourselves, questioned the mayor about what was going on, and when you guys had some dreams in the night and came to the following morning, you were all rather shocked to find that the mayor was dead, pinned to the wall in a rather macabre manner, and sort of across the wall from one end to the other was written Xanatos. Xanatos.
Okay.
And the last bit I have in my notes is that Betoit revealed that Xanatos was like the master assassin. Other assassin.
Yeah.
You were never truly a master assassin until you earned the title of a Xanatos.
Yes.
And so, Burning Soul, we pick up with you pretty much where we left off. You got a dead corpse. You're all rather shocked and stunned, but all had pretty funky dreams.
I thought we were back in Embermine and we told Captain Walker about...
Oh, yeah. No, apologies. Yes, I forgot all about that bit. My bad. My notes stopped at the Xanatos bit, but thank you for reminding me.
That's okay.
Yes, you did go back to the front, and then you met Captain Walker and everyone else and relayed what had happened. And
Yes.
You guys had the 2-week break in-game, not real life.
Yeah.
It was like 2 weeks of game time, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So I just said 2 weeks in-game, and that was why you guys have now had a chance to buy some new magic items, recuperate, recover. I knew there was a reason. Thank you. This
Yep.
is why I rely on you guys to be my memory. I have too much going on.
That's okay.
So, 2 weeks passed. You guys have gone around, bought some various trinkets and magical items and the like. What would you guys like to do? The day is young and fresh, and weather's cloudy. Nice cool breeze comes down from the mountains.
Was there anything that we said that we were going to clear up before we went on with these dreams?
Not that I remember.
Not that I have notes for.
Not that I remember. Okay.
Yeah.
I would like to, during like the 2 weeks, I would like to look into more about the dream Yoko had.
Yes.
And I would, because me as a player knows what this like snaky snake thing means, but Yoko failing her religion check does not.
Well, you've had a good couple of weeks, so go ahead and give me another religion check.
Okay, is it on normal? Yes, it is. Okay, go religion check. God damn it!
Well, if I remember correctly, it's the same number as last week.
Yeah, it is. God frickin' damn it!
Your gods have abandoned you, Paladin.
Well, I'm still on the bloomin' what is it? The thing where that paladins do to punish themselves.
Penance.
Or
Te-
flail.
No, like yeah, what Brian said.
You were starving, weren't you? You were starving.
Yeah,
yourself.
she was starving herself for like a few days or so because she failed to protect the mayor.
Yeah.
When
So-
she said she would.
Yeah, it's penance.
Penance, that's it.
So, whilst like recalling your dream and everything, going through the book, religiously, from what you know, because I'm going to be nice, the DC wasn't all that high. You were close enough for certain bits.
Okay.
You know what the story was? The story is of a legendary sword called the Grass Cutter.
Oh, I think I've written it down in my notes. Could I try and pronounce it?
Yes, you can try and pronounce the Japanese name. This could be hilarious.
Okay, if I could just find it in my notes, because I did scribble them down. Okay. The sword known as Ami no Murakuma no Tsurugi.
Well done. It's a good attempt.
Yay! Does this... Well, no, I'm not going to ask because otherwise I'm not going to get.
So, yeah, you know that's what an 8-headed serpent pertains to, but again, is it the actual Orochi, the 8-headed snake of Shinto myth, or a Hydra? You don't know. But your dream seems to be pointing you in that direction.
I'm not very good at reading common books, so... Yes. She's not very fluent.
Yeah.
Damn.
And mine doesn't have that much going on in the way of Japanese text.
Aww.
You find
Hmm.
plenty of like Greek text and Greek myth relating to hydras and everything else.
What does it say about the hydras?
Whenever one head is cut off, 2 more take its place. The blood is
Fair.
very acidic and poisonous.
This might come in handy for future reference.
That could really, well, it could be. We will see.
Know thy enemy is what the motto is. But yes. Ah, boy.
Alright. But anyway, you guys have plenty of options for adventuring paths if you so choose. If you would like to, I can read out the dreams again for you all, so you all know what. Because I believe you all shared them with each other.
I
I
mean,
think, yeah.
yeah.
I think most
Yeah.
of us did.
Yeah.
we more or less did. Okay. Yeah. Think. You know what? Yeah. Yoko's going to go to Marlon because seeing like the whole serpent's head type things and based on what Marlon was describing, may look kind of similar to reptiles and stuff.
I
Anyways,
was going to ask in the 2-week downtime if I could. The cult that I left had been doing. Sort of.
Go ahead and make an investigation check for me, please, Marlon.
I need to be logged in first of all. Oh. I have had a cat on me. I've been unable to lean over the computer.
I could.
Pinned.
I'm just imagining if Yoko does enter, she goes, "Greeting, Marlon," and he goes, "Oh my god, hi," and just trying to cover up his CD past or something like that.
I don't know. You'd walk in and he'd be like, I have many goggles and magnifying glasses and stuff on a pair of glasses.
No, I'm just
I did.
imagining.
Oh, so
Like
the-
thousands and just like, hello.
Oh,
Like opening up something.
I'm just imagining like her walking in and Marlon turning up with these many goggles and she going, "Ah!"
I'm trying to remember the character's name from Harry Potter, the divination teacher.
Oh!
Professor Trelawney.
Yes, thank you. From that description, that's all I could see with her, with the massive glasses that do the magnifications. It's just like big anime eyes.
Oh.
Yeah. There's a character in the books. Read, I'm trying to think. Tom cosplayed him, Lydell, and he has they cut in the very first book. They confiscate all these many goggles and magnifying glasses and that on, and he just ends up using them in his lab where he creates sheep embryos.
Oh.
I just imagine Marlon being like him. He's just pills and stuff laid out around with little embryos.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Yoko's gonna see whether she could talk to Marlon about some dream shenanigans and all that jazz.
Okay then. So before you guys get into that, Marlon, looking into your friends and the cults and what have you, a lot of your contacts have gone dark. Like friends that you made and people that you trust, they don't respond to a lot of your messages to start with. But occasionally you get the odd one back, which starts to read along the lines of, we found what we were looking for. We found a tower. His tower.
Well, yeah, we knew that from the dream, so.
Yeah.
Well, it's definitely them then that have raided the tower.
Yeah. Yeah, she's just gonna knock on the door like, "Knock, knock! It's me, Yoko! Can I come in, Marlon?"
You must.
And she'll just open the door, enter the room. So, how are you doing?
Not bad. Just having a tinker and a looking around at some food.
Oh, well, what sort of thing have you been making?
I'm trying to look at the compounds of these different herbs to see if I can extract and remix in with the chocolate.
And what sort of herbs you using? I'm intrigued. Like mint?
Oh, very astringent herbs.
I mean, I'm sure whatever chocolate you make, it tastes very nice. There is a thing I want to ask you though about your dream.
Mm-hmm.
You mentioned something about dragons and something about a tower. And I was wondering whether the creature in my dream is similar to the one in yours?
It could be. I mean, if you're familiar with the dragons, and
Am I familiar with the dragon?
if you're asking me, obviously not. If you're asking me, can I get a book out somewhere?
Yeah, go ahead and make a nature check with advantage because of like the description. You know, it's clearly not a dragon. You are descended from dragons. You just have to sort of like look at your own skin and go, "No, not what you're talking about at all."
I was going to say, advantage. I get to do it again, don't I?
Yep.
I was going to say, I've got +6 in nature. It should
Hey!
be a better
Nice.
thing.
Going off that nature check, yeah, clearly not a dragon. Certainly, maybe a hydra. As like the
Or a water
description.
being. I take it when we're thinking Hydra, we're thinking
The Greek
you know,
myth of the hydra, the many heads.
yeah, Greek myth with the many heads and the.
I see. It just. If I just look at my dream again. Yeah, it just. It just. If Hydra is creature that my dream is talking about, then it seems pretty powerful considering the message behind it. Beware the ever-growing shadows of this world's past. One day they shall re-emerge to consume the light.
Well, with Hydras, if the legend is that if you cut a head off, it re-emerges.
That is fair.
If we've obviously, it might be a warning that we've cut somebody's head off. Well, not literally cut somebody's head off.
Or at
We've
least.
only cut one part. Force off, then it's going to come back.
Possibly. I mean, there was another name for this type of creature, Orochi, but I'm not sure about it as such.
I don't know about that creature.
Would Marlon know? Ryan!
Sorry, I heard a ding and I had to respond.
Would Marlon know about Orochi?
Go ahead and make a religion check for me, Marlon. Again, with advantage, because you got books upon books of rare knowledge and things like that. Might be something buried
Religion,
away.
yeah.
Yep, with advantage.
There you go.
Very nice. Right, let me just make a note of this. Religiously, you know of the Orochi as a Shinto, not almost like a Greek titan. Not quite a god, not quite a devil, but something more natural and reoccurring. And supposedly in myth, it's very hard to kill an Orochi because even the heads, whilst it doesn't split like a Hydra, they just keep on regenerating. So you got to
Okay, so it's almost like it gets to a certain point of it in its life and it regenerates.
But kind of like you cut off the head, okay, that neck is then useless. But if you don't kill it in that moment, it will just grow another head.
Yeah.
I see. So it might not be Hydra after all. Still, why would Still, I suppose Amaterasu gave me this dream for a reason. Maybe I am supposed to kill it.
Maybe, or is there anyone in your past that you might have killed? And
Not that I know of. I don't remember killing anyone like that. I mean, apart from like monsters in the sewers and some of the soldiers in Valencia, but we don't talk about that ambiguous detail. But still, it quite the mystery. But you mentioned something about tower, so you know where this tower is?
know where this tower is, but I do have confirmation that the people that I used to work with have found the tower.
Oh, fellow wizards?
Yeah, wizards.
I'm tempted to make an insight check on that.
I love the whole, yeah, wizards. Let's go with that.
Hey!
Big question is, Marlon, are you hiding anything? Don't want to reveal information or anything like that? With that kind of line?
Just that they weren't necessarily wizards. It was just a group of really bad people. I decided to part with them to look for like the ultimate ingredient. To find ultimate ingredients to use for bad. And summon and use stuff, whereas obviously I want to find the ultimate ingredient to make the ultimate food.
If you're
Just
saying,
like
I mean, but are you telling Yoko all this?
No, I'm just telling you lot for backstory.
Okay. Because I was going to say, perhaps a deception check is in order.
Only if you want to.
Do I need to roll deception or?
If you're openly lying, then feel free to roll a deception.
I just mean that they're yeah. I mean, some of them are wizards, some of them might not be.
Yep, I'll take that as a deception.
Like,
yeah, you're trying to lie and not.
Just go with, just basically going with, yeah, they're wizards. Like, there's nothing else you can't really explain to them about them.
Okay. Well, if you want, I can. Well, if you need to go to this tower to find what you're looking for, then I'm happy to come with you.
Well, I was going to suggest anyway, and when people had finished doing their jobs in town, I was going to head out anyway. So.
I mean, finding this Orochi creature would be incredibly difficult. So it might be easier to go to this tower. At least you have some idea where it is.
Yes, but I think it might be worth listening to other people's dreams as well, because I have a funny feeling that they might all connect.
Possibly. Never
Because
really
I'm
thought
wondering
of it
if this imagery might be relating to Goldmire.
What make you say that?
Oh, we spent so long killing the East.
I miss Goldmire.
I mean, I'm not sure who this Goldmire person is, but sound like they were a pretty ruthless person.
Yep. Maybe if you went and asked Dario.
Okay, I mean, I could
one of
always
the
ask.
others. To be fair, Zyron was the one who was most entailed with her. I just think it's worth having a listen to everybody else's dreams as well.
That is also a very good point. So yes, that is also a very good point. We can always discuss this at some place of recreation, or just a place where we can chat.
I take it we're all still living in the pub.
Yep.
Yeah.
You guys are in. I think it was the Broken Pickaxe in Embermine.
The Broken Pick.
Yeah. DM remembered something. 5 XP for the DM. So yeah, you guys are all still living there. Though. The landlord is giving you like free room, but not so much free food.
Or maybe if we scuttle down after for breakfast,
Yeah.
could open it up to the others.
That is a very good idea. Yes, we should really do that. Okay, well, I leave you to make your sweets, and yes, see you downstairs for breakfast.
I will see you later.
And Yoko will just skip out the door.
It's kind of
There
the
we
idea
go.
of a paladin skipping.
Well, she's more dexterous than more strength-based, so...
I know, but in my mind, paladin always wears heavy armor, is built like a brick tank. I'm just that old-fashioned.
Well, there we go.
Anyway, so you guys, all the rest of you, are probably already down there for breakfast, suppling on morning ale and dealing with hangovers or what have you. When Yoko comes skipping down the stairs.
La 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 la. Yeah, just skipping downstairs.
Yoko is clearly a morning person. Some of the other patrons are clearly not morning people.
Sat there with cups of coffee, crying.
Yes. Yes.
It's not even like cups of coffee, it's just cups of warm ale that they've had overnight.
No.
Just to try and numb the pain before going into the mines that day. So yeah,
Yes.
but the floor is open for you guys. For everybody else.
So, Marlon, did you want to bring up the thing that we talked about this morning?
This one barged into my room and we started talking about the dreams. But anyway, I think it might be worth me going along and finding this tower if anybody else wants to come.
First of all,
The other thing we wanted to see was if any of the other dreams correlated together. The floor is yours, Yoko.
well, first of all, how rude. I did not barge into your room. You invited me in. But I forgive you for that. Second of all, I second Marlon's opinion of going to the tower, but I don't mind going where everyone else wants to go.
Is anybody else listening tonight? Oh, there you are. Yeah. But nobody's joining in when we're asking a question.
We were letting everyone else finish talking.
Yeah, same here. I could join you guys.
What are we doing?
Anything about your dream?
But first of all, the warm ale. Betois just sniffs it and is like, "Okay, this is not for me, thank you."
The awful landlord just gives you a funny look, but also, okay, pansy.
I'm not a pansy. I have quite refined taste.
Well, warm ale's all you're getting.
I'll pass.
Alright, fine. And he starts yelling at a couple of the bar hands just to, like, hurry up and get the rest of the barrels in and get them all hooked up.
Who's next?
Whoever, it's all you guys are just sat around the table discussing your next plan of action. Marlon and Yoko have put forward the idea of going to find an old tower. But maybe all your dreams from Valencia all correlate to the same objective.
Well, I've done a bit of researching whilst I've been chowing down on this breakfast. Well, I've been basically using this very useful book I picked up. I'll put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh god, I need to look at it.
Nice.
Basically, I figured out that was not Nick Knowles I saw in my dream.
God damn it.
For those wondering, it's
Correct.
a children's
God.
book of Greek
Okay.
myths.
Yeah, it's Hephaestus.
Yeah,
Who, according to this book, is a god of craftsman and forging. Well, yeah, he's got way too much money on his hands. Okay, I figured out that my dream had something to do with flintlock. And therefore, long-winded explanation, which we won't get into. Something to do with, and what's her name? Goldmere.
Goldmire.
That's the one.
That's very strange, because Mama mentioned Goldmire earlier.
Righto. Oh, well, sorry. Mouthful bacon.
I could give some bacon,
Damn.
actually, dang it. Ah, wanna get
Some
get
bacon would be good. With, if you think about it, with some well-cooked eggs.
Allergic to eggs.
Aww.
No.
I'm just having bacon straight up.
So, this Flintlock guy, what does he do exactly? Oh, who are they, if you don't mind me asking?
Oh, he was just a master craftsman of guns and stuff like that. Yeah, you see old Betsy there next to me.
I see old Betsy next to you.
Yeah, this baby was built by Flintlock. Yeah. Hasn't exploded yet. Thankfully.
I was about to say, it's the safety on old Betsy. And if no one gets that, go watch the Disney Robin Hood.
What was that?
Oh,
The-
Betsy! Oh, Betsy!
Yeah,
Based what you said.
Betsy.
It's
It
like seeing
has
old Betsy
been-
next to me, and all I can think of is Robin Hood. The safety's on old Betsy. Ping.
Yes! Oh, the crossbow.
I haven't watched Robin Hood, Disney's Robin Hood in so long. I should watch it again.
Do it.
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah, I know everyone has that song stuck in their head.
Oh.
I'm sorry I disturbed Daisy. Yes, I'm sorry I whistled.
Daisy was probably giving you a death glare, like, how could you? Yeah.
Ow.
Yes. So there's a thing with Flintlock, the tower, and... Betois? Siren? Do you two have anything?
I know my dream was a weird one. I ended up playing my lute to quite a got a nice elven lady in a kimono, and then when I started playing the lute, it was just it's like all of a sudden, like she would start dancing, but then as soon as she would dance, I would be struck with like these visions of like a palace, and I would be like taking me through the palace and below it to where there's a cave with a glowing red jewel.
Wait. Okay, question for DM.
Hmm.
Is the lady that Zyron's describing from the dream the same one in Yoko's?
I would say description-wise, no. Like, for Zyron, the face and everything he saw was Cassandra.
Oh. Fair. Okay.
Well, the face was Cassandra, but everything else was more like ethereal and things like that.
And the palace?
I don't remember a lot of the design of the palace. It just looked very old and abandoned, like it was like an old relic from a time gone by.
Oh.
I'll certainly go ahead and make a history check from you, Zyron. It's like you're starting to recall this information.
Right.
Charge it from memory.
History.
See if we can give you some good.
I know
Oh,
nothing.
damn.
I'm lucky to remember yesterday.
Yes.
Despite your best attempts at remembering the dream, you sit there and think, well, I remember some bits. And then. Nope. History escapes beyond the palace and everything else, and the motifs within. So it's certainly somewhere not here. It would have to be on the Elven Kingdoms, way far away from here.
Because in my dream, I was walking through palace, and it was more, how I say, opulent, and a lot more tidier. But I don't know. Maybe it's coincidence.
And, well, Bethua is still like almost face desking because of his encounter a few nights back. And but then there is he finally leans on his his fist and is like, well, as we are talking about our dreams, there was an intense one of my intense of the dream persuasion, as I was. It was like almost like I would have been woken up from the dream, as someone is leering at me and glaring at me. The weird thing is that the character looking at me had my own eyes with, and he told me the warning that he would have killed me if I wouldn't have let him out of the chest. And then there is the fact that I actually woke up. And I'm still not sure, was it a dream or wasn't it a dream, but it was that the mayor we were protecting was killed quite gruesomely, actually.
So you think maybe that person who came to you in your dream could possibly have killed the mayor too?
Possibly, yes. That is actually very possible.
Hmm.
And it was so realistic that it could be that it wasn't a dream at all.
That very big problem then.
Yes.
Still, we have options. So,
Indeed. Take it, is that everybody, or does Siren want to?
Well, I put my 2 cents in.
Yeah, so everyone's now shared their
Yeah.
dreams. All been fairly weird and trippy. A couple of you have had visits from gods. One of you had a visit from assassin. And one of you knows that something is out there in the world waiting to be found. I say that as I look at Zyron's camera and I get to see him putting his eye socket in. He knew. He knows what it is. So yeah. Choices for you guys.
so I'm happy with whatever everyone else wants to do.
Well, I think this tower palace idea that we're jumping on. It might all
Yeah.
be correlated around that building. And if we can find a building that matches the description that we have from all of our dreams combined, then effectively, everything that we've dreamt about we can then look into deeper.
Yes. At this point, Metoa is just like, I'll just follow you guys wherever you are going.
Well, at the very least, I think there's going to be some loot in this tower. That perks anybody's interest.
Yeah, interesting. I would be interested.
I mean, one can never shy away from shiny objects.
That is true.
Might be more knowledge than shiny, but
But you never know, possibility might be there.
so yep. If you want an agreement, we pack up after breakfast and move out.
Mm-hmm. To the tower?
Yeah. Of what I think it is. Would I have done a bit of research into sort of what towers were made for the Silver Dragon?
For Branta's Echo, yeah, you know you had a tower somewhere on this
Oh,
peninsula.
sorry.
That's right.
I thought it was silver. It's brass,
No.
isn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Branta's Echo was brass. Silver was Argentina.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's somewhere on this peninsula. Maybe one of the cities, could be an abandoned tower, could be even a secret tower that no one knows where it is. But you knew it was. It had to be here somewhere. It's not like you guys now have to search the globe. You've narrowed it down to this region.
Is there any of the towns in particular which worship or do with?
From your research and time, your best bet to dig up some more information might be in the city of Rhodes. Which is a long
Roads
place.
lead to Rome.
No, literally the city of Rhodes.
That's what I mean. To Rhodes.
Oh, it's only a hop, skip, and a jump.
Yeah, it's down by the water, so
Yeah, it's gotta, you know,
And jump for about 20 miles that way.
you go around Valencia and then go try and avoid the occupied hillside.
We'll take the high road and I'll take the low road and you'll be happy in the morning.
yeah, we'd ride past Hillside, wouldn't we? Going over that bridge and
Yeah.
how long do you think?
Oh, it's been a while since I've actually looked up travel times. Give me a second.
I think it's like about 24, 26 miles is a day's travel. Don't quote me on it, but
I love the fact that I type in travel time and all I get are like time related things, so I actually want to travel distance.
So we're basically saying we walk a marathon in a single day. Help me out.
Yeah.
I mean,
But you guys might also decide to like get horses or something like that, which will speed things up.
Yeah, because that's 110 miles.
There we go. You got 24 miles in a day. If you're moving at a normal pace, and that's assuming like normal height and everything. So yeah, something like Ember Mine to Valencia was 2 days. There's 50, there's 50, 4, 5. Yeah, about 6 days to get to Rhodes. It's a long old distance.
Yes.
Well, we better start then.
Okay then.
Right. A perfect time to try out my walking song.
Sooner we leave, the sooner we get there.
Okay.
10 million bowls of beer on the wall, 10 million bowls of beer.
So
Oh,
go ahead
take
and
one
make a
down,
performance
maybe take a
check for
piss.
me.
What was that, sorry?
Go ahead and make a performance check for me.
Oh, let's go.
For your travelling song.
Friggin' yes!
Oh, damn, that's nice.
Yoko will also sing along to the beer song.
Go ahead
But
and
the
make
trick was, this isn't the greatest song in the world. It's a tribute.
It's a tribute.
Because I can't remember the best song in the world.
Greatest song in the world. Oh no, no! This is just
yeah.
a tribute.
So, did you want me to roll anything, Brian?
A performance check if you're singing along.
Nice!
Oh, wow.
Between the
Nice.
two bards, it almost feels like you guys are like on this wonderful tour.
A long time ago, me and my sister Yoko here.
Yes.
I think,
West Valencia, born and raised.
Yeah.
I think, Betua will keep eye out for threats and such during our travel.
Okie dokes. Oh.
I say Dario goes and negotiate a horse with the aid of Betsy.
Why do I feel that's going to end up with some glue needing to be made at some point?
Oh,
No, I was thinking more highway robbery. Here you go, Bulger. Here's your earnings, and this is my hold up of you.
Best part is, I was watching Blackadder the other day. Now all I can imagine is, I'll put a bullet right between your eyes, just like that squirrel. What squirrel? So a random squirrel falls down from out of the trees. Right, so for the sake of expediency, Dario, you do manage to hijack yourself a horse.
Hey, see you later.
Save your feet, and you just look majestic.
Yeah, I'm just thinking me and like Yoko are just singing along and then horse.
I Betua could almost like keep eye on this these two merry singers. Just in case.
556 bottles of beer in the wall, 556 bottles of beer.
Yeah. Eventually, by the time you get to Rhodes, most of you feel tired and exhausted after a 6-day walk. Dario feels fine because he's been riding for most of it. Bit saddle sore, but fine. And it's just as you get to like the final 10 bottles of beer, you guys approach the gates of the city of Rhodes.
And as they
So I have to see
actually
what was posted in the Discord chat. 3 days is enough
God.
guys.
Nice.
as they are singing and we see the city walls, Betoa is like, oh good god, it's finally over.
Oh yeah. You guys been like singing every day along your travel.
even when resting, it's like, and we got even more bottles and more.
Yeah. Yeah.
Only if this
you
would
like go
be...
down, and as you like rest, you somehow like gain another 5, and you got to start all over again.
And as this
Like,
thing
you guys rolled really great
continues.
performance checks. That's how good it is. No one really gets tired of it until the very end. It's a song that's how drilled into your minds. You're conditioned to like twitch every time someone sings it.
That's not too bad, at least.
But yeah, as you guys reach the city of Rhodes, the sea air greets you. The sound of a bustling, merchant capital, if you will. So they greet you. I love the fact that you typed that question after I just said, like, you go to bed, you wake up the next morning, you gained 5 bottles, you have to carry on.
Damn.
It's like, you got to 13, and next morning it's 35, and that's been the last day you travel, is 35 bottles of beer.
Nice.
You just imagine, like, okay, Simon, so where did we start off from? So where did we start from the bottles of beer song?
Last time I checked, I think we were on 1,000, but let's just go 1,005 just to make sure. Right! And as they are doing this, when they get over, when they get to the same point they have already sung, Betoa is like, you sang that part already! Good God!
Oh, Betoa, we lost not count of bottles. We have to start all over again.
And now we just keep knocking off beers from the wall.
Still. As you guys approach the gates of Rhodes, you are approached by a couple of guards. They are wearing very, like, the guards you've seen from Minor Valencia have been very militaristic in their attire. So it's been like a reasonable metal breastplate with the sigil of the city on. Like the Tommy style tin helmet and a halberd and what have you. Rhodes, their guards are dressed slightly differently. They're much more naval.
Oh.
So it's leather, almost plates that allow freedom of movement while still having the rigidity to withstand some arrows, with a tabard over the top and a simple hat and everything else. But they approach you and give you a naval salute and ask you, what's your business here? What brings you to the city of Rhodes?
We wish to gather information about a mysterious palace.
You don't just walk up and say that. It's meant to be secret.
If
Rewind!
if like
And walk up to the gates and we'll say that we're here to trade.
yeah, because if Tyron is doing that, Betoa is like pulling him back, like keep
just
it
imagine-
quiet.
I can just imagine it's like, well, we're here to search for. Just get
Next
silent.
time, I will have I will have my chloroform with me.
Chloroform? What's that? Some kind of drink?
You don't want to
Yes.
drink that.
Yes, it's a very potent drink. Puts you right to sleep.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh well, if you're here to trade, you'll have to find somewhere to set up shop. It's a pretty busy market day. Welcome to the City of Rhodes. Try not to cause any trouble, otherwise we'll have you thrown in the brig. And that is where I feel slightly
naval
embarrassed,
adventure.
because I wasn't expecting you guys to go to Rhodes so soon. I don't have a map ready. So, city layout-wise, I've got nothing for you all. Apologies.
Alright.
I was expecting you guys to go to Ocean View, whatever it was.
Well, I was going to say, I don't think us rocking up at the city, yeah, let's go into the city, but the tower's not going to be inside the city. I'm going to guess that it's in the surrounding areas and any fields and that. The city.
You haven't seen it on your arrival, but Rhodes is your best bet because at its core is an old Dragonborn Empire settlement that might hold some knowledge towards it.
Mm.
Wait a minute, did you just say Dragonborn Empire?
Mm-hmm.
This wouldn't be a similar Dragonborn Empire to the dudes that we saved from the pyramid ages ago.
Might well be.
But they were totally like, Messiah! He is a Messiah!
Oh, do you mean Zarakas?
Yeah,
Well-
that one.
Yeah, they weren't
No. Different.
dragons.
Oh, different dragon peeps.
Yeah. Well, no, Zarakas was
Okay.
Tiefling.
Ah, right.
Infernal horns and all the rest of it.
Gotcha.
No. The Dragonborn Empire used to be vast. It's kind of common history. It used to be like the size of the Roman Empire at its peak. But then during a calamity, it just basically fell in on itself, and what remains now is the few settlements they have to the east of you guys, which got involved in the war prior to this campaign, and a little bit to another continent to the south, like Northern Africa. If we're in real world relation to one another, if you consider you guys to be Iberia, Spain, and Portugal.
Okay.
Alright.
But anyway, Marlon's history and knowledge of and Dragonborn and everything else knows that Rhodes had a small Dragonborn settlement at its middle, which brings up the perfect description for Rhodes, really. So all the houses around here and everything else, it's all designed so all traffic will go straight to the coast as quickly as possible. So all the main thoroughfares through the city are wide enough for like 2-3 carts abreast. Up and down. There are a few side alleys which are wide enough for a couple of carts. And the houses themselves are just upturned boats and then just stacked up sort of 3 floors high. So you got like this weird Nordic house building style, but they're all built like underneath triremes and biremes and all that kind of hull shape. As opposed
So could Betua basically gather some information while in Rhodes?
You guys all certainly can. Again, I feel bad now for not having a map.
I mean, that's okay.
But as you guys make your way through to the sort of the dockyards of the city and everything else, to like town hall and where the major of the populace is, you notice that the buildings do start to change. So from the upturned boats on stilts, by the time you get down to the coast, they've changed to almost pure marble with the sort of Italian red slate look. So you like transition from Viking aesthetic to Mediterranean in the.
Gonna say, does it feel like we're on like a beachfront somewhere in the Mediterranean?
Yeah, it's like a Mediterranean port city. There's tons of trade, tons of people talking. You're hearing a variety of languages: Draconic, Elvish, Dwarvish, Common. all sorts of trade and stuff going on.
Hmm.
There are a couple of temples in town. One dedicated to the Draconic Pantheon, and one is dedicated to the human pantheon, which are all Greek-based gods.
Mm-hmm. Well, then.
Yep, I can see that happening, Tom, as well. Sudden scream of power from Dario, and he's up in the tree somewhere.
Like, oh damn.
Jeremy Clarkson style power.
Yes. Anyways.
So yeah, there is also a small library in town. There's a market and places like that. It's up to you guys where you'd like to go. Ports of call and major interest.
Mm, are there any like side alleys or
Oh, plenty of side alleys and odd
Mm.
pathways.
because the Bethua could go ask around in the little bit seedier places?
Certainly can.
So, do I need to roll investigation or?
Yeah, it'll be an investigation. What is it you want to know whilst you're in Rhodes? What kind of intel are you gathering?
I'm looking for general intelligence about our collective goal. So about the, I think that's the tower.
Yes. Yes, it is.
Yes.
Yes, we need to find this tower.
So
I mean, I was gonna seek out the sort of town hall or the library to see if there was any.
Well, it's always
Is
good
there
to
any-
split up and look for clues.
Gonna say as well, is there any like guilds or anything in town that would be?
There are a couple of guilds and a couple of factions within town. Like going for like an Elder Scrolls simplicity, there's like a couple of fighters guilds. There's a mages guild. Maybe a thieves guild and assassins guild, but that's Betoit's investigation to turn up.
yes.
I'm gonna head to the library to.
Nope. Well, might be.
No, 15's pretty decent. As you're like sneaking around, looking at things Betoit and asking questions to the right people in the seedier dens and inns.
Yes.
A lot of the criminal class here aren't assassins or thieves; they're pirates mainly,
Hmm.
and they use
Interesting.
roads as like a cover. So when someone comes in accusing them of piracy, they actually turn around and go, "Actually, we're privateers, and this is our home port."
Yes.
Ergo, we can't be accused of any crime because we're home.
Yes, and also there isn't like some more suspicious kind of persons about that they would ask about why I'm asking these things.
Yeah. But that's the general gist of the criminal underworld. Asking about things nearby, a lot of them have been talking about a group of weirdos that arrived a couple of weeks back that have started going sort of southwards to the woods, or to the forest and the sort of hills and the crags towards the coast.
Interesting.
For you, Marlon, go ahead and make an investigation check with advantage, because you know what you're looking for, and this is kind of your deal, as it were. You know what you're looking for and how you want to go about it.
Excuse me, who?
Marlon.
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna say, I
So I might have said something different. My throat's getting a little dry. With advantage? with the wonderful power of advantage.
There you go.
Okay. Digging around through the library, you find a couple of old historical things about, Rhodes was founded by this Roman general, thought about conquering all for Iberia, well, calling himself Iberia and bloody blah. It's really poetic. Regarding the arcane nature and everything else, there is like a ley line of some sort, so like a natural conduit of magical power through Rhodes itself. And there is note of Bronte's Echo frequenting this area and an area south of here for quite a while.
I was going to say, would it be worth? Could we almost like you would do on a compass, follow the?
Yeah.
J-
You sit there and trace out the ley line, sort of on our big map where this ancient settlement is.
Yeah.
The line like almost cuts through it.
Yep. And stay anyway on the map. I wonder if that's a tower down there.
Mm.
Ancient settlement.
Yeah, it's almost like the DM planned this.
Yes.
You guys
country
think I
club.
play the short game. Oh no, I play the long game.
I mean, fair.
So yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, I would suggest that this is just a stop-off point to get down to
A good chance to buy things.
the others.
Rhodes is a very busy city. It has shops of all kinds. Certainly a lot better than what Ember Mine had available. To the point that maybe, possibly, some rarer magic items might be available for you.
Ooh.
If you so choose to purchase them. But what we can do is we're going to take a break at that point, because I need a drinky.
Yes.
And I need to now
Okay.
pull out my draft plans of how I was going to torture you.
Oh.
Lovely.
Look, I had a piece of paper here. You could see the highlights. There was each person and an objective. That's how far ahead I planned. Had you all pegged.
I mean, I haven't got like the streams like running at the moment, but like I'm like sort of looking at the chat and all that jazz.
The paper is real.
It's a real piece of paper. I will post a
Dazzles.
I will post a pic of it to the socials once we're back. Anyways, don't go anywhere, guys. We'll be back in about 5 or 10 minutes.
Yes.
Right. Chance to stretch for leggies.
Indeed.
Whoa.
I'm going to stretch a leg and
Alright.
get a drink. I'll see you all in a bit.
Yes.
In a bit. Oh, be back in a bit also, actually. Grabbing a drink's not a bad idea.
Alrighty. It's so silent.
Yeah. I was typing something.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, Christy, there is one thing one of my viewers wanted to say to you.
Yeah.
You have a lovely accent.
Alright. Get that. It's surprising how much when I go on Overwatch and that, and people
Yeah.
sort of add me to the group, they're like, "Where are you from?" I'm like, "The UK." Where in the UK? I don't understand the
Yeah.
accent.
The accents of the UK are broad and vast.
Yes.
People are generally like, "You're so posh." Posh.
Oh, but darling, only the people in the south are posh.
Is from Buckinghamshire, I suppose. Like, are you from London? We're like west of London.
Yeah, be specific. London is rather large these days.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, by the way, how many people live in London currently?
I'm just going half of them.
A lot.
A lot. So that's almost half the population of Finland.
100,000 go each weekend to Comic-Con, so...
Yeah.
A quick Google, and this was from 2011. 8 million.
8 million?
Yep.
136 million.
That's,
According to the 2011 census.
yeah, Finland has, if I'm not wrong, Finland has 5.6 million people in total.
No, wait a second, there's another one there. London population 2019 demographics, blah 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 blah. According to the data, the estimated population of Greater London in 2016 was 8.787 million.
Damn.
Yeah. Crazily enough, not a lot of them actually live in London. They live in areas around London.
Yes.
2016, just round it up to 9 million by now.
Hmm.
Also depends where you define London, boundary-wise.
Normally saying anything within the M25.
Let's actually... I need to see the...
Yeah, but the problem is that includes places like Watford. And people saying there's an ongoing joke that Watford is the London suburbs on a good day and the outskirts on a bad day.
Yeah, so according to Greater London, that is within the M25, pretty much.
No, that includes Watford then.
Hmm.
In which case,
Okay.
I'm not too far outside of Greater London.
So, in total, Finnish people 2019 is 5,555,981 people.
So really, we could fit Finland in the Greater London area.
Yes, basically.
Give you a better idea, UK population as of 2017 was 66.04 million.
Holy crap. Whoa. That is quite a bit of people. And I was at some point I was thinking I want to move to the US to a small city, and then my friend who lives there, he is like, "Oh, I'm living in a small city. How much people there are?" He cannot remember the exact number, but it was like maybe 5 million. I'm like, that's not a small city.
So many wonderful things. So yeah, I really didn't peg you guys going to Rhodes so soon.
Yes.
Whoops.
Whoopsie.
Rhodes was on the
Sorry.
list. Well, to be honest, I got distracted by that new software I've got.
It's fair.
Yeah. Which one I was telling you about, so it's like I can do much nicer looking maps. And if I get the software working right, I can even scale it as well.
Nice.
So so I can send you guys like the full A2 map, and if I'm reading its documentation correctly, you guys could also have a zoomed in version of like how I did the Verulanium map and everything.
Oh yeah.
So you had like where Umbreon's tower was, but on the zoomed out version, it's not important to see all the towers and everything.
It's fair.
One thing when I'm dropping by your stream, Brian, is kind of bothering me. You remind me so much of my one friend. You're like his British counterpart. Almost.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Yeah.
That's the point, actually. How you go? Those of you that are actually on the stream, how's the overlay and everything else? Is it actually quite handy to use?
Yeah, actually it is.
I can read it all.
Yeah, it's such a shame it doesn't give you like spells and everything, but it's just like a really quick. Oh, it does give you spells actually. It's got all of Marlon's spells available. So you can see like the pluses and the damage.
Can't see anything.
You
And
should be able to. If you go to if you're on the Twitch stream and everything, if you go to the bottom, there'll be a thing popping up saying D&D Beyond.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah.
one thing is kind of interesting though. There is in your overlay, it says that I have my boots, but my character sheet doesn't say it.
Oh, yeah, because I haven't added it to the Roll20 sheet. Again, this is my big gripe of D&D Beyond being slow on the virtual tabletop.
Yes.
Because if D&D Beyond had virtual tabletop, I'd be cancelling Roll20 and going straight over there. Because everything that Roll20 wants to do, D&D Beyond does a bit better.
Yes.
So adding in magic items actually adds on magic items, doesn't just throw in the name of it and that's it. But I can certainly add in your magic items now whilst we've got a couple of extra moments. And we wait for people to come back. Because
I can only do until 10:30, and then I got to go and sleep.
And voila, it's now a bit to our character sheet.
Let's see.
Boots of striding and springing.
Boots of striding and springing, yes. Yes, there they are.
Powerful manly boots.
And
Men.
and I kind of like love those boots because, well, I could be wearing like proper plate armor and it wouldn't slow me down. But as a rogue, I can't.
Oh, you can wear heavy armor, you just be a disadvantage to a lot of things. Could be a whole lot worse. Ron Master has a funny thing when it comes to armor and spellcasters. So let's say you're going to cast a lightning bolt or something.
Mm-hmm.
Your own spell has a potential of electrocuting you.
Ah.
Here, take all this lightning damage, and I also shock myself because I was dumb enough to wear plate armor whilst casting a lightning spell.
Yes. Although I am not a caster.
There's always time.
There is always time for it, yeah, but I'm
A
not
ranky wizard.
a roguish wizard. Damn.
Yeah. Arcane trickster.
Yeah, that's basically it.
So I used to do it back in the old days of prestige classing. You had to take 2 cross classes and level them out, and then you could actually take it.
Yeah.
Try to think what they were now. There was Arcane Trickster, the Eldritch Knight, Arcane Archer, and Blackguard.
Yes.
Although Blackguard was the funniest. You got proficiency in great axes
Alright.
with sneak attack damage.
Ah.
So try and work that out. Sneak attacking with a great axe.
Yeah.
Big
That
two-handed.
sounds-
I can lop a tree down, and I'm gonna do extra damage when I hit you in a vital spot.
Yes.
I also think it had to be a fallen paladin as well.
Yeah.
So you had to be a paladin for a couple of levels, lose all your paladin abilities, which really was not worth it.
But before anything else, I am going to level up my character to at least rogue level 11, even if I'm thinking of cross-classing.
I'm trying to work out why you want to be an 11th level rogue.
Because 11 levels gives me the lovely thing called reliable talent.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you always consider this taking a 10.
Yeah, so basically, like, if I would... Let's see. Basically, if I would roll, like, sleight of hand, stealth, thieves' tools, or perception, or investigation, I would never roll under 20.
Yep. It means you can get into the trickier places.
Yeah.
Although blind sense is actually quite a good one as well.
Yeah, it is.
You know, okay, the range is really crappy of 10 feet, but that's still 10 feet an invisible creature can't stand in reasonably.
That is true.
That's kind of cool. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
I assumed that was a sneeze. I only heard
Well,
the tail
that was
end of
more
it.
of a cough, though. That was more of a cough. But thank you.
So, I'm rather happy now they put Artificer on D&D Beyond now.
Hey.
Yay!
It's now available for people to play around with and have a twiddle.
Nice.
So I was thinking about it, actually, Christy.
Yeah.
The way Marlon's going, he's actually become more of a,
Artificer.
an artificer than a wizard.
Whatever that is.
An artificer makes magical things.
Yeah, well, that was the thing we were always going with, but we sort of needed a class to put him in to begin with, if that made sense.
Yeah,
Wizard was the closest thing we could.
we could find, because
Right,
artificer
cast.
wasn't available. But now artificer's available.
Because it was making like potions and stuff as well, so wizard was like the closest.
Oh wow. Artificer is a pretty powerful thing.
Oh.
Just like quickly reading through. So they get an ability called Artificer Infusions, which is something they get at 2nd level. Essentially, it's like when it unlocks to them. And by about 4th level, you could make boots that teleport you up to 15 feet. Give your armor +1 AC. You can make +1 weapons. You could create basically a bag of holding in pouch form.
Yes.
Ooh, you can even replicate certain magic items.
Oh wow.
Hey, Dom's back.
Yay.
I believe everyone has returned and is ready to play.
I believe
Yes.
so.
Oh, apparently Dom just left roll 20.
Oh.
Now, roll 20 crashed.
Ah.
Oh.
Oh, right, but I saw you come back.
Redo!
Quick, jumpstart the universe. Artificers can make returning weapons. Yay! This makes me so happy.
Here I am, playing D&D today. There we go.
Has that changed its filter? I didn't say you could change the bottom half of your filter. Trifling
I'll
gnome.
change it over the hell I want.
Trifling gnome. Your arrogance shall be your undoing. Come on. That's it. Just keep getting smaller. I need the right pixel value. Cool. Alright then. So, if everyone's good, we should get back into tonight's little game.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm good to
Yep.
go.
Cool. So, welcome back, everybody, to tonight's game of Tales of Fumbles and Fortunes. So, our party are currently in Rhodes. If you guys had bought magic items or what have you, I trust you to have paid the correct amount. If not, there shall be some thievery charges.
I don't have enough money for anything.
So how much would we need to pay?
If there is anything, we'll skip it.
Alright.
Because after all, dungeons are upcoming and dungeons are full of loot.
Yes, they are. So they are waiving the charges.
The DM will remember this. So, with your knowledge in hand, and through Marlon's meticulous study and everything else, and everybody else like asking around about any strange things going on, what have you, you've worked out that your objective is the ancient settlement, which is, I want to say, 2 days away.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2-3 days, give or take.
Okay.
As a crow flies. So, as you guys sort of go off on your adventure, what's the marching order? Who is leading your little escapade?
I could kind of keep the front end because of with the perception and all. Possible threats and things like that.
I mean, can do. Yeah, can do.
Yeah, so Betoir first. Who's going after Betoir?
I could
I
go
just-
next. Oh,
What?
sorry. Carry on.
No, what are we doing?
Marching
Yes, sir.
order.
Marching order from Rhodes to the ancient settlement.
I don't mind backing up Betoir near the fronties, because I can be a bit of a mishmash.
I mean, I can back both Betoir and.
Don't we all just walk side by side in a line?
Basically, yeah, we could.
Yeah.
Go like the Wizard of Oz.
Dancing like rockets.
They're all sort of locked arms, skipping side to side.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So the first couple of days of travel goes pretty uneventfully. You guys do manage to make it into these thick woods and everywhere else. Sort of south of Rhodes. So you guys about there-ish. And as you sort of crest up a hill to try and get a better lay of the land, I'm going to need everyone to make perception checks for me.
Yay!
Perception. Here we are.
Uh,
I will perceive.
What
Nothing.
are we doing?
Let's see. What do I
perception
perceive?
checks. Oh wow.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay. But I just need Dario's perception check. Or was Tom finally nodded off?
In a second.
Oh,
Yeah, he is there. Cool.
He is there. Yes.
That's fine. This music's rather fitting what I've just put on. In fact, I'm now wondering if I got that right for like 2 days. Oh, just about. That'll do. So for you guys, as a general thing, so like you come up over the hill, behind you, I know it says on the map it's mountains, they're meant to be like sharp crags. So like thick pillars of stone and everything else. They tower over you, but they're thin enough that they don't really block a lot of the view behind you and of the surrounding horizon. It's kind of a weird rock formation. I'm not quite sure what to do. Okay, you want me to roll it for you, Tom?
Yeah.
If you roll 20s packed in.
okay. So, what do your cat eyes see?
What does my cat eyes see?
So, yeah, as you're looking around, like you can see the forest and everything. It's a nice, thick, well-grown forest. Pretty thick canopy and everything else. A lot of you got 10 or higher, so you can see like occasional cook fires or something are creeping up through the canopy in a couple of places. You can gather the faint smell of something cooking on the wind from where you guys are. Those of you with 20 and higher, namely Betrois and Marlon, you can see like some of the canopy starts to move. For a second, it's like, did that tree just... And as you like try and focus on one tree, you notice there's another one at the corner of your eye starts to move. And then you realise that some of these trees are moving.
That's not normal.
It's not quite the the forest attacking Isengard, but if you're far enough back, you'd see like a tree move.
Ah.
Yet it's moving against the wind and against all the other trees. It seems to be lumbering around. Haha, get it? Tree, lumber.
Oh, lumber.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah, we can do bad
Yeah.
puns too.
Who would have thought it?
Ba-da-ba-ba-do-bo.
Yeah. Oh well. So some of these trees are moving?
Yes. And it's not the wind that moves them.
Well, perhaps we should move with caution through the forest and get to the settlement as soon as possible, yes?
Yes.
Okay then. So, for your third day of travel, as you begin to sort of move about the place swiftly and silently as you can, you do. Petrois is the first one to catch it, because I think he's got the highest passive perception out of everyone.
Probably, yeah.
My passive perception is, as soon as I find it. Wait a minute. Where is it in this sheet?
It's just your perception plus 10.
So it's 20.
Yep, just let me get the right tokens out for people.
Okay.
So, Petrois was leading, followed by Zyron, and I know the token's wrong, but I'm sure we can change it. Okay. Nameplates have been busted on your token. Tash, sorry.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I'm not on the map or something.
Yeah.
No, I have a special map prepared.
Okay, so do I just drag my thing out?
That is what I have done.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Alright.
So, as you all carry your way through the forest and everything else in sort of, I assume this kind of a marching order.
Yes. I believe so.
I'd say so, yeah.
If you have objections, feel free to either bunch yourselves up or push away.
That's fair.
The choice is yours. However, Petrois, you notice it first. There is something down here, sort of ahead of you,
Okay.
and it seems to be lumbering towards you. Now, I'm just wondering if I have a token for such a thing.
That is concerning.
I do. I even have it from my own library.
Yay! Oh wow.
Oh.
It is a huge tree.
Okay.
It sort of like lumbers through the tree line quite casually, like someone would as they walk through a bush. Sort of takes one look at you and sort of groans in a language you don't understand. That I believe none of you understand.
What is it? What language?
Well, considering no one in the party is a druid, no one speaks
Oh.
druidic.
Oh,
That is actually very true.
So the sort of groans...
Should we just try common to it?
Can do.
we saying?
We come in peace. We're just walking
You
through
can
the
stroll.
forest. Yes. Um. Yeah, because I do have a thing in here. Do you have a thing?
As you say, we come in peace and everything else. This tree, you can see like the gnarled bark face. It's gonna be like a weird comparison, but Grandmother Willow from
Oh
Pocahontas,
yeah. Yep.
like there was a deliberate split in the tree over its face to sit.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm just now
Yay.
thinking of a bit again because nobody's watched Yonderland. Tom will get the reference. They go to see an oracle, and it's this great big. And they basically start talking to it, and a face appears, like pushes out of it. And they're still talking to this face pushed out this giant ball. And then another face comes, and he's like, Roger, can you come back in? It's tea time. And then just disappears again. It's like it's two male faces. They're like a gay couple inside of this giant like.
Oh, I'll have to watch that at some point. Oh,
See if I can find it. It's really funny.
anyway, as you say, we come in peace and everything. It says to you in common, although it sounds like it's every word it says out. It's actually inhaling, which I can't do.
Okay.
As much as I want to sound like Treebeard, I can't. It just says leave now.
Of course we leave as soon as we get through this part of forest. We're not going to do anything to hurt it. We just go past it and we leave as soon as we can, okay?
As you're in the middle of talking, it takes it a while, but this massive trunk of an arm comes up and sort of holds up a branch or a finger, hushing you. Leave now. No more walking. Trees demand it. Leave us in peace.
What does that? They leave you in peace. We just walk around you.
The cunning plan of walking round.
Oh, I don't see why not. We're not going to harm them in any way.
Mm-hmm.
That is true.
It takes a couple more big, heavy footfalls towards you. Every step, like you feel the ground shake beneath your feet. Don't care. Fleshlings will leave.
Take it. Are you protecting the tower that's further into the wood? Settlement.
Ancient tower. We are tasked with protecting.
Mm-hmm. And I suspect that there was evil-looking guys passed through weeks ago.
Sits there and strokes a bit of moss that doubles as like a beard. And then sort of leans up and pulls out from under its rooted foot and throws to you all like a mangled corpse of a body. Marlon, you do recognise it as one of the cultists that you used to hang around with. And like they've got
Brilliant.
they got like an insignia and like a shoulder pad style top to them and everything else.
Yeah. Oh,
And
excellent.
And also, like race-wise, it is a dragonborn, so it's not small.
Yeah.
It's like 6'6", scaly height. Well, was 6'6", it's now more like 6 inches of scaly hide and muscle now just crushed underneath the tree. And he points to the creature and then points over to you, Marlon. You're the same race. do not like you.
Oh, I was going to say, excellent. You killed John. Never liked him. We never got on at coffee mornings.
I don't care for name or person.
No,
It's
no,
the
no.
fleshlings. You will leave.
That's okay. Just let me finish, my dear. I want to check. Did you rescue what they stole? I'm going there to check.
They have stolen nothing.
They have stolen nothing. Okay, well, that's one good point.
Tower is secure.
On my questions, thank you.
It waits for its... tries to find the word and then says something in Druidic. Apologizes, I don't know the common.
Perhaps you can draw what you mean?
So this
Like-
like describes it and asks you like, what do you call one who looks after a thing?
A guardian?
That's
a good
the word.
Yeah.
I like the cat. They
And you can
caught in
pet the
trees.
cat. Here.
We offer
And I
one
sort of
cat
push-
petting.
Push him out in front. Here, pet the kitty cat.
Oh shit!
Like, really
He's gonna
gets
get the
quite
cat.
close.
Oh,
I really want to. I want to roll something, but I don't want to sod it. I know what the thing has.
yes!
I'd argue that dice was cocked. On my
Yeah.
screen, it's quite clearly cocked.
It is. I can clearly see it's cocked.
But anyway, it was more the fact of like how much strength can it control. But Batois, as like this massive tree branch comes down towards you, you can feel the weight of the wind pushing you down. Eventually, it stops just shy of you, and you feel yourself being gently brushed by a fresh
Oh.
sprig.
Aww.
Oh,
Aww.
Good kitty.
Well... Somebody has to be good.
Okay, so he likes the cat. He doesn't like Dragonborn.
Yep.
Sort of push forward the parts.
Well, Kitty could be guardian of Dragonborn. Make sure that he no cause trouble, and we make sure he no cause trouble too. We only ask for safe passage towards tower.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh God.
Can I try to do a persuasion check as well?
Let's see how this plays out first, shall we?
Alright.
Nice.
Nice! No need for
Huzzah.
that.
Darn it! I love the trio monster rolls, they're great. So yeah, you give it like the agreement and everything, and it ponders. It's still stroking Batois very gently,
Mm-hmm.
and looks at Batois for a second, and it's like, this one, no guardian. There's a cat.
Cat of quite a talent of taking care of things.
Oh, he very talented cat.
Well, if you won't let us pass, would you escort us?
I can escort you. And as like a show of good faith, he like grabs Betoir gently and then puts him up on his shoulder.
Oh, he's like Puss in Boots.
The only problem is this is like Puss in Boots is like 5 feet off the ground. Puss in Boots is like 15 feet off the ground in a giant tree.
Yes.
Follow me. And he turns around and starts lumbering southwards.
Oh, that's so cute. That has to be the most adorable encounter we've ever come across.
I was hoping someone was going to be like, giant tree, and attack it. I finally have something that stands up to you guys on like equal footing.
Well, I was going to wait if things went tits up, and then it was just going to be like, oh wait, what's wrong with that fireball?
And Betoir was actually planning of dashing into the tree cover and hide in there. But, well, things can be worked out this way as well.
Yes, we are pacifists.
Yes. Towards nature, yes.
Yes. I mean, town guard under tyrannical rule of possessed leader, not so much.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's throw you guys back out to the ball map for a second. Because we are getting close to the end of what I had planned for tonight anyway, which is good timing. So the treant guides you through the final day of your journey. You see, like, occasionally a couple, especially from Betoir's heightened vantage point, a good couple of camps which have just been destroyed, but they've also been like retaken by nature. So where the trees have been clearly cut down, new growth is coming through, and faintly you all can make out like occasionally like someone's hand is twitching in like a mangled pile of roots, and it gets worse and worse the closer and closer you get until eventually this guardian stops at a very low stone wall. You can see like the occasional mossy brick poking out through the dirt, and he takes Betoir off his shoulder and puts him back down at ground level. Do it quite gently. And just
Thank you kindly.
Good kitty. Get like the very heavy air pats.
Aww.
But he points forward with his tree fingers towards this sort of clearing that's starting to appear before you all. And inside you can see a very large encampment of some sort. Tents and various other things. A couple of cook fires are going. A very old rickety tower with a brass roof cap to it. And he points to that and then points to the stone circle and says that I cannot cross this line. You, I permit in.
Oh, well, thank you very much. It's very kind of you. We ever so grateful for your assistance.
Yes. And thank you not for killing me or the cat.
It gives you like a knowing nod, Marlon, like as if he's aware of something about you.
Mm-hmm.
But what?
I'll sort of do a nod back, a small nod.
Yeah. But as you go to leave, Marlon, you feel like this root tap you on the shoulder and pull you back for a second, and the Guardian Hawk gets down and points to you and goes, "Don't get stuck in trees."
We will try to endeavour step over roots, round branches.
Cool. And with that, we'll end tonight's session there.
Yeah.
That was so cute.
I was not expecting that at all.
That was so
Jesus.
cool.
During that, jumped off of my lap when you mentioned about petting the cat and has been laid on the floor washing her leg. This is how we shall,
God damn. That
how
was.
we shall defeat the
I'm now really curious about something now. Who would survive a hit like that?
Oh, wow.
I logged out, so like
That's
Okay.
what?
40.
The Treant's got a slam which does 3d6 plus 6.
Oh Jesus!
So that's 40 damage, so I would actually be okay.
Yeah, a lot of people would like take 1 or 2, but then be very unconscious. The better
Yeah.
one is that he has a rock.
Oh God!
4d10 plus 6.
Jesus!
It's a little
Wow.
bit worse.
Any of them. And I could have summoned some more trees as allies, also with that slam attack.
Damn!
It's like
Dang.
I had a creature that could go toe to root with you all. And I didn't get the chance. Anyways, for those of you watching, thank you very much for tuning in. Be sure to tune in next time as the party begins to venture into Bronte's Echo's tower.
Ooh.
And we'll catch you all next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.